Heather Dawn of BodyMuse.com, and we're going to do some stretches to relieve our tight upper backs. So, when we consider the upper back, we have to look at everything in the neighborhood. We have to consider the chest, the arms, and the neck, because all of that can create unnecessary tension. And if you're having a lot of tension, especially up here at the trapezius, the scalenes, the rhomboids, odds are you're having some postural issues during the day. Most of us are hunched over our desks or our devices. We often lay down in bed and we're all rounded up in the shoulders here for hours on end. We're slumped into our couches. That puts a lot of stress on the upper back and the neck. So first and foremost, either stand or you can be on your knees and shins like I am, and take those shoulder blades, bring them up, down, round, and back so that your arm bones are resting along the sides of the legs. This is where they should be. You want to make sure when you do that that you're not hyperextending the ribs or messing with the neck, right? Keep everything nice and neutral. Isolate the scapula, roll the shoulders back, drop them down a little bit, and just allow the arms to relax. If you have a block handy, which you should if you're going to do some of these stretches, you can place it on the top of the head, and I love doing this when I'm in mountain posture standing or on my knees like now, and I just work on elongating my neck for several breaths as my shoulders drop down. Again, no funky rib stuff, save that for the dance floor, and just breathe. You can do that for 10 or 20 breaths. Then, grab a hold of the side of the head, right? You can start on the left side and by the ear, and you're going to pull up and away from the top of the shoulder without getting wonky with the rest of the spine. Drop your left scapula down like we had it, and this time bring it across the back side. And breathe. You're going to get this amazing stretch through the trapezius muscle. And you'll do that on both sides. So pull the neck up and away, grab by the ear or the jaw. Beautiful. Make sure you're not getting funky with your spine. Keep it nice and straight. Try to isolate the shoulder and the neck. Awesome. Again, this can be done standing or on your knees and shins. This can also be done seated. Arms come out, crisscross. Right elbow underneath the left, bend into a V, right? If you have the flexibility and you want to bring the palms together, great. If you're real tight in the chest and shoulders, this may be your stop point. Raise those inner elbows in front of the face. Big breaths into the backs of the shoulder blades. So you can see my scapula are pulling apart, and I'm sending breath up there, and that's exactly what I want. And you'll do that for several breaths and switch sides. Left elbow under the right, crisscross, raise it up, breathe. Beautiful. Then, interlace the fingers, open your chest, lift the chin up, and then exhale, fold forward. If you want to stand and do this, right, it'll look like that. Take breaths into the front of the chest when you do this. I'm trying to give you moves that require the least amount of props possible. There are lots of stretches we can do. Here are just some basic ones. Then, come to all fours and take your cat-cows. So inhaling and exhaling. When you round that back, you really stretch through the shoulders. And when you dip forward, right, you're dropping into the tummy and you're drawing the shoulders back, right? And you're lifting the chin forward. It's not cracking the neck back, it's extending it out as you draw the shoulders back. And take a few breaths in those cat-cows. That'll get through the entire spine, especially up through the chest and shoulders. Next, we can do a little twist here on the floor. From that same all fours position, you can slide your right arm across your chest. You do have the option of putting your head on a block. Reach to the opposite wall, but what's really important here, just drive that arm into the mat. Have several breaths. If that position is uncomfortable for you, You can create the same effect from this position or standing. Once again, bring the arms forward. Take the right forearm into the crux of that elbow if you're starting on the right side. And then pull, right, or lever the arm into your chest. Drop that shoulder down and reach for that wall as you push in. You'll get a nice stretch here through the back and even into the deltoid, right? And you can do that both sides. Or you have the option of your twist. And you can rest your head on that block. Beautiful. 10 to 20 breaths for each of these things. Then, come to seated. If you have a block, you're going to want to use it. Place it behind you and then drop your scapula on the block. Okay, I have it at about a medium height. The tips of my shoulder blades, I think I'm protruding one right now, are going to go with the tip of the block. So, block goes down, place the shoulder blades down, interlace the fingers, open up the chest as wide as it'll go. Really seal the hands so that the neck doesn't have to have tension here, and then open up. You can also extend the legs here. Right? Go. Bring the shoulder blades to the block. Awesome. Interlace, and then open. Several big breaths into the chest, and then hug the head, dip a little deeper. Try to relax the jaw and the neck. If your neck is healthy, you can also release the arms here. Okay. No tension. Beautiful. These are just a few stretches you can do for a tight upper back. Remember, don't just consider the guy that's bothering you, that one little wonky spot. You want to look at the entire neighborhood, which is probably adding to your tension. Good luck, and hope this helps.